initially, even Maharakatero said, when it comes to Manasang, it stops for Arihatun Wahanse. Hadayang happens to people after that. But it's the Hadayang was explained. So these are steps, right? Mano, Manasang, Hadayam, Pandaram, Mano, Manayatanang, Vijnana, Kando. But this Hadayang, being Hardayangama, is not attaching with Raga, Dvesha, Moha, is to do with identification, to understand who that is. So that kind of Hadayang is what they are referring to, is what they say. So anyway, what we need to understand is, what I am clear about is, right, the initial thought is clean, right? It gets defiled later. That is for sure. If you have done meditation, if you have gone to at least first jhana, I'm sure you might have understood that when a thought comes into your mind, you can see it clearly. That's just a thought. Even you hear a sound, you identify the sound, there is no raga, dvesha, moha in there. But then comes the raga, dvesha, moha sometimes. And if you get into that and try to go on about it, and that's when you get down the dhyana as well, you just come to the normal world, and then you think about that, because now you're concentrating with raga, dvesha, moha, right? So if you understood, oh, that's a sound, I heard a sound, and you understood, I identified the sound, there is no problem, you can still stay in the dhyana. I'm sure you realized when you're doing the meditation, sometimes you might have continued in the breaks. If you did continue in a break, you hear people talking, you hear people making noises, but it doesn't affect you. But if it does affect you at one point, and if you get angry, then what happens is, then you come down from maybe even third jhana to second jhana, and then the first jhana, and then down, you can even come down straight away, and then you are in the normal world. So what we have to understand here is, understand that we can understand where the raga, dvesha and moha comes into play. If you can understand, then you can do chitta bhavana. So that is why chitta bhavana or the chitta meditation is introduced only for people who have comprehended Dhamma. Otherwise they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand the difference. They would think that, oh, the raga was there already, or the raga, it came with raga, or it came with dvesha. As soon as I saw that person, the dvesha was there, kind of thing. So that is wrong. That's not how it happens. The first thing is you identify what it is, and then with the avidya comes the other defilements. So this is what you need to understand. In the Anguttara Nikaya Pabhassara Vagga itself, it says the first thought is pure. The first thought, so that is the vijnana. It's not talking about the chitta, it's the vijnana. And then comes the immoral thoughts, and then comes the moral thoughts, right? It can be immoral or moral, right? Then the construction or the creation of the Pabhassara Chitta. We move on, then you will understand more about this, then you might clear the doubts you may have. In Abhidharma Pitake 1, Paticca Sampada Vibhanga, Katame Dhamma Avyakruta. So now they come to Avyakruta Paticca Sampada. What is Avyakruta? In the English Tripitaka it says Abhyakruta or something, but it's the same thing they're referring to, right? Yasmin same kamavachara kusalassa kammassa katatta uppachitta vipakang uppannang hoti upekka sahagata ruparammanan tasmin same sankara pacca viññānam viññāna pacca nāmaṃ nāma pacca chattayatanam chattayatana pacca passo passa pacca vedana vedana pacca bhavo. Excuse me. So they are explaining about the Avyakruta Paticca Sampada. We have looked at the Paticcasamuppada cycles before, and I'm sure you have come across the Avyakruta Paticcasamuppada before, but here in the Paticcasamuppada Vibhange, it explains how the cycle works. Now, you have to understand, it starts where it starts, right? I will read this again. Katame Dhamma Avyakruta Yasmin Same Kama Vachara Kusalassa Kammassa Katata Uppachitta Vipakang Uppannang Hoti. This is to do with Vipaka. Upekka Sahagata. So this is Upekka Sahagata.